Two people can earn the exact same paycheck for 20 years. One never stops checking their bank account with anxiety. The other quietly stopped needing to work a long time ago. Same income, same starting point, completely different outcomes. That gap isn't luck. It isn't even intelligence. It's a set of quiet beliefs. One person installed without noticing, and the other never questioned. Today's video is a summary of one of the most influential books ever written on money psychology, The Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, by Harv Eker. Inside it, he breaks down the invisible thinking patterns that separate people who build wealth from people who simply survive around it. Think of your mind as an engine. You can change the tires, the paint, the interior. But if the engine itself has a flaw, the car keeps failing, no matter how good it looks. Today, we open that engine. The hidden price of your hours. Imagine spending 40 minutes comparing prices across 3 apps just to save $2. It feels responsible, but do the math. You just valued your own hour at $3. Nobody builds financial freedom by pricing themselves that low. The real difference isn't about being careful with money. It's about your relationship with time. People with a scarcity mindset protect coins. People with a wealth mindset protect hours, because they understand that the same hours invested well in a skill or an idea can be worth 100 times more. There's a second shift hidden inside this one, moving from being paid for your presence to being paid for your impact. A 3-day project that solves something meaningful is worth more than a month of work that changes nothing. The market doesn't see your calendar, it sees your results. That's the first gear. That needs adjusting before anything else can move forward. The trap of choosing only one. Many people live convinced they must sacrifice one thing to gain another. Family for career, rest for ambition, peace of mind for money. That belief has a simple name: scarcity thinking, as if life were a single pie with only enough slices for a few. There's another way to see the same situation, as a kitchen that never stops producing. When one dish runs out, another comes from the back. Under that logic, you don't have to choose between professional success and being present for the people you love. You can design a life that holds both. This connects to another widespread belief that making more money slowly turns you into a worse person. In reality, money doesn't change anyone's character. It simply amplifies what was already there. If you were generous before, you'll have more to give. If you were closed off, it just becomes more visible. Money was never the real problem. Training your eyes to see the exit. Whenever someone shares a new idea, the room usually reacts by listing everything that could go wrong. It's a natural reflex, but it's also a trap. Staying there kills projects before they're born. A scarcity-trained mind keeps asking, what if this fails? A builder's mind asks a different question. If this actually works, what do I need ready for it? This isn't about ignoring risk. It's about not letting risk take up all the available thinking space. This pattern is shaped by who you spend time with. If your circle only talks about other people's failures, your mental filter tunes itself to detect flaws everywhere. But if you study closely the stories of people who already built what you're aiming for, even just through a book, an interview, or a documentary, your brain starts copying real decisions instead of empty motivation. You don't need to know them personally to learn how they think. A clear request beats a vague hope. Saying, I want to make more money, is like walking into a bakery and only saying, I want bread. The person behind the counter has no idea if you want something sweet, savory, or plain, so they hand you whatever's closest. That's exactly what happens with vague financial goals. Saying, "I want to be successful," activates nothing concrete, defining precisely what that life looks like. Working without depending on a fixed schedule, taking your parents on a trip once a year, not checking the price column before ordering, turns a foggy wish into a trainable target. The second obstacle shows up the moment you have to share your work with the world. Many people feel embarrassed promoting what they create, as if selling were disrespectful. But if something you build, driving instead of being driven. Some people move through life narrating what happened to them, the company that closed, the bad break, the person who let them down. Others, facing very similar circumstances, decide to take the wheel and choose where the rest of the road leads. Two siblings can grow up in the same house, with the same struggles, and end up in completely different places 30 years later. The difference isn't what they lived through, it's the story each one chose to tell about it. One used it as a permanent excuse, the other used it as a starting line. This connects to something deeper. The size of a problem isn't fixed. It grows or shrinks depending on the size of the person facing it. Someone who trains themselves to carry bigger responsibilities, a larger budget, a bigger team, a more ambitious goal, ends up, almost without noticing, holding a level of success that once seemed completely out of reach. Learning to receive and playing to win. Many of us were raised to downplay good things the moment we receive them. No, it's not really that good. That reflex carries straight into money. It becomes hard to accept a raise, a new client, or an opportunity without feeling the need to shrink it. Learning to simply say, "Thank you," without minimizing is a financial skill almost nobody teaches. Alongside this sits a second pattern, playing not to lose versus playing to win. If your only goal is making enough to cover the bills, that's exactly what you'll get. Not a dollar more. Aiming higher isn't arrogance, it's simple math applied to intention. And underneath all of this sits the least glamorous part, managing what already comes in, splitting income into clear categories before you have large sums, trains the exact same muscle that will later be responsible for handling much bigger ones. It's worth separating two goals. People often confuse being rich and being financially free. Financial freedom arrives when your passive income, investments, property, businesses that run without your constant presence, cover your cost of living. That milestone usually comes before wealth itself, and it's the one that hands you the time to build everything else calmly. It also matters which number you track, not how much comes in each month, but your net worth, everything you own, minus everything you owe. Reviewing that number every few months shows whether you're actually moving forward or just shifting money from one pocket to another. None of these shifts happen without uncomfortable action. The mind is built to imagine worst-case scenarios around anything unfamiliar because its job is detecting threats, not opportunities, acting despite that discomfort, staying a student instead of assuming you already know it all, and admiring other people's success instead of resenting it, completes this mental map. None of these 7 shifts require a starting fortune, a special degree, or the right connections. They require something simpler, and at the same time, harder. Choosing to think differently before you see different results, not after. You've probably recognized a few of these ideas already, but recognizing an idea isn't the same as living it. The real question isn't how much you know about money, it's how much of this you're actually practicing today in this week's decisions. If any part of this summary made you pause, that pause already matters. This has been our take on the secrets of the millionaire mind. And here on Rewire Insight, we'll keep breaking down the books that quietly reshape how people think about money, behavior, and personal growth. If you want more summaries like this one, subscribe and turn on notifications. The next idea that shifts your thinking might be just one video away.